Hey, how's it going? I wanted to share another Vintage Life purchase for myself, not for resale. I scored today this groovy frame bag, which I learned it's called a frame bag. Didn't know that before I started looking around. I don't know if this was like 80s or 70s or 80s, but it definitely has like this cool 70s vibe. And I saw it at the Goodwill and I was like, that's awesome. And it totally reminds me of candy corn because, you know, I love candy corn. And then when I looked up close, I was like, oh, because I saw some damage. And then I just like, you know, I just let it be because I'm like, I'm not paying $15 for a purse that is like damaged. And then I just went on my little merry way. And after I already checked out, and I scored a couple things, but after I already checked out, I was looking at it again. And then I was just telling the lady, I'm like, that is just a really cool purse. And she's like, it's kind of an acquired. I'm like, if it's ugly or funky, I like it. And she just happened to have a little bit of that kind of taste too. And so I went back and I was looking at it again and I was like, okay, so the straps, like, because this is vinyl and this, you know, that like kind of rubber plastic or whatever, this is a little different than this, which they should have just made the straps the same material, but they didn't. Anyway, so I see this and so I asked, and then on the inside, it has this cool, like the old school purses where it opens up, and that's why they call it a frame purse. But the inside has this cool black and white, like Beetlejuice stripes on the inside. But I saw that the fabric was kind of lifting from the corners, okay? So I'm like thinking in my head, okay, well, I'm not a big sewer, but fabric glue, I have fabric glue. And for the inside, what I usually do if I can't wash a vintage purse, or any purse that I buy, if there's a little bit of dirt and fabric, I mean, I have a line, I don't go disgusting. If it's really like you can't wash it or clean it, then it stays there. But this, I was like, there's very minimal. And usually you can get away with just like some wipes. Maybe put a little bit of soap on it if you need to, but, or the other thing is, I have these little spray bottles and I will dilute it with Woolite, because it doesn't fade and it's gentle, and a little bit of warm water, shake it up and dab and then scrub. And then I get a clean towel and dab it and dry it and just let it air dry. And then it smells good. And then, you get little dirty, surface dirt out. So I'm like, okay, I could do that. And then can sew around. Like there's the rubber lining that's like, see how it's missing that. If like that wasn't broken, then I would just peel off that because I'm like, that would be no big deal. But they put this rubber lining around it. So that's missing. And they had the rubber lining that's here on the edge. They had that up here. So I'm like, okay, very simple. You just cut off. Oh, look what I have here. So I already did on most of the purse, but you just cut off like the little frayed part. And then I'm gonna use the fabric glue because it's a little lifted. And then all I'm gonna do is just get some, I don't know, either yellow or clear. I have like upholstery thread because I don't use a sewing machine. I do everything by hand. If I need to do some hemming or if I can't use fabric tape, the iron-on tape to hem or to do the hand sew, then it's not happening by me and I'm paying to get it done. But this, I was like, I could totally just do like some like stitching around it, glue it and do some stitching. And I'm like, I'm good to go. Clean it up. First thing I do actually is I vacuum the purses. I didn't vacuum here because that'd be a little loud. But I'm like, there is not that much to be done. And I have a couple of other purses that I'm going to take to a guy. He does like shoes and stuff, and he did like a leather bag for me before, and a vintage leather belt that I had on this jack belt. So I know that he's done purse straps and things like that. So now I have one more to take to the but because this is just so groovy and so cool, and I want to use it before that, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut these off, because here's the cool thing. It came with this, and this is what they should have used from the beginning. This is a vinyl groovy strap, and it goes, you know, here and here, so that you can do a waist, or you can have, it's adjustable. So like, why? Like, why did they use the, I don't know. I didn't make it. But the cool thing for me is, until I get this done, all I'm gonna do is just adjust the strap, and there's nothing wrong with it. It just needs to be, like, I already checked with my finger. You just need to wipe it off. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be able to, wait, did I do this right? It always takes me a minute, like with dog collars and cat collars, like I'm like going backwards, you know, when you're like trying to make something tighter, I end up making it looser. So, you know, I'm real, and there's no rehearsing. So if I get it wrong, I get it wrong. Yeah, see, there's like just dust, like, sorry. I just, I realize I say like a lot, and there's a few other things, but you know, it's my California slang. Born and raised. At least it's not, you know. Oh yeah, you know. I say that a lot too. Anyways, that's another one. Words to look for when I speak. Anyways, that's not a word. Like, and don't forget groovy, because if something's groovy, it's groovy. And it also like fits the period. Like, I'm not gonna say, you know, my glasses are groovy, because my glasses aren't groovy. They're modern, and they're not groovy. So, using the words where they belong. So, here it is. Like, around, or I could stretch it out so I could have both hands to shop or hold the choo-choo. And boom, I can use it up until I give it to the man and say, fix this please. But I just wanted to hop on, and you know, I'm not gonna do any of these little fixes because this is like way too intricate to get in here, but like simple. So don't overlook if you see, like, I just love that. There. And here's the other thing too. And sorry, I'm like all over the place. This is how I am in real life. So I very easily can get distracted, like, ooh, look at that. Or sometimes I'll describe something and I'm like, oh, wait, I haven't told you what I'm talking about. So it's just me. That's just me. But I haven't cleaned it, anything. This part on here, I was like, okay, I'm not into the big, like, gaudy, but I do like big chunky rings. So I'm like, okay, this is just enough that I can handle it. Like, it's pretty big. At first I was like, is that a pumpkin? Like, that would have been really cool. But now I can wear it like all the time. So yeah, it's a little blingy, and I'm not like a gold, but I do like the brass. And so since this is not like, it has like a more of a orangey rosy kind of, well, not rosy. It's cool because it's not that that fake like wooden, or not wooden, the fake oranged you know, gold that looks like really completely fake. Like this, whatever it is probably just going to fade very nicely, or it might just fade to a clear metal. I don't know. But I'm looking all over the place for this, for like marks, identifying marks. I'm like, who made this? I have no idea if this was made in the 90s, the 70s, like the look is 70s, 80s, and the vintage bags, or the vinyl bags, I mean, they started making vinyl bags, I mean, even in the 50s, but late 50s. But this style, the frame, I don't know. I mean, it also has that, like, that airport kind of bag style, like that a giant oversized coin purse. Like, it's pretty big, and I like myself some funky things. I do. So this is not being for sale. This is being for me. So I just wanted to share that because while it was still fresh, like, there's nothing on here, like, no identifying marks. Like, I can't even, there's nothing even written on, like, these little handles, like. It's absolutely groovy. And the coolest thing is, which when I cycle through my purses, I like to wear my, I like to grab the ones that can handle if we have like a hazy, like a drizzly or a rainy day. You know, I mean, you don't want to go out, you know, in your best, like, you know, suede purse or whatever. I don't even talk like that. Your best suede. Don't go out in your best suede. Anyways, it's just really cool. So that's what I'm going to be messing with once I say goodbye, because when I find something like this, I'm like, I just want to use it. Like, I've been like this my entire life. I don't know if any of you guys can relate to this, but when I would get a new purse or get like little art projects or something, when I was younger, like, I'd have to like hang out, like have it like sit by me, or, you know, like have the whole purse, like, or literally would, whether it was a vintage store, skipping to my adulthood, I'd have my purse and I'd switch it out. I'd have to switch it out, like, you know, like right away. I mean, not right away, like if I'm eating or something, you know, obviously, but it would be like, you know, like, it's just, I don't know, it's just a funny thing, like, just to have it, like, sitting by, you know, I'm just like, I've got to, otherwise, you know what I do? I'll put it away and I'll lose interest, and I'm like, that's the other thing that I'm trying to get away from, is putting things off and procrastinating. Like, procrastination is, don't put things off, whatever it is. Seeing your family, calling someone, you know, this to-do list that you keep writing, and then you get these things done, and then the other thing that you just keep putting off, then you like throw it to the next day or whatever, like, and then it's like, oh, I'll remember that. Just get it done. Don't procrastinate. That is my hugest thing in everything. In fact, what is on my list for family craziness right now? What are you doing, Macho? Choo-choo! What are you doing? Mama's talking. What's going on? Huh? Who are you chasing? Sometimes when they mess around, he like tries to get in the middle of it, which is really funny because we have, now it's even. So we have boys, equal boys and girls. And our youngest is Precious, little orange cat. And sometimes he likes to roughhouse Mama. Mama is our oldest, 6-year-old Mama. She's the one that had, she had litter and I kept one. But she's so tiny. In fact, she's just right here. You can't see her, I don't think. I don't know. She's right here. So sometimes he'll just like pounce on her, or if he's bugging one of the other ones, because he's the youngest. So he's like, you know, and he's the feistiest. So he will, you know, he'll just go and like tag some, you know, one of the girls, or just, yeah. And then Choo Choo, now he's learned, Pretty Boy, he actually learned kind of from Pretty Boy. But he'll just, or from when I say like, don't do that, he'll be like, what? And then he'll walk like right in the middle of them, like, stop that, don't do that. So it's really funny. That's not yours. And then, oh, he's too funny. I don't know what it is. He has a thing with, this is paper towel. I put on the edge of, it's on the floor here because there's a tray here that I had to move for my camera. But I had something else sitting on it and I didn't want it to make a noise, so I used it like, you know. But he thinks like, oh, there's food on it or something. Like I don't know, he's crazy. So anyways, oh, almost forgot to share this. So if you're squeamish on other people's things, something that they've touched or worn, then just kind of, you know, cover, like do the one eye thing. But I just thought it was really cool because when I was going through this purse, I was like, oh, well, that's kind of, that's a little different. And I was like, oh, wait, she likes the same colors as me. So here is a piece of the former owner's fake nail that just popped right off. But I mean, it's painted blue and green. Come on, it's painted blue and green. I wore a shawl today that was like variegated blues and greens, and so, you know, the girl's got some good taste. She had this purse, and I mean, if she loved it, let's just put her DNA back right there. All she had to do was just cut these off and get it, like, you know, get it done. But anyways, God is good. He knows I like candy corn, and I'm not doing sugar. I cheat, but I'm trying to do, like, you know, high protein, low fats. You know, I'm not getting any younger. But I do love me some candy corn. That's the only thing that I could very easily live up to my name in sweets, is in candy corn. I could eat candy corn for a long period of time without getting tired of it. But I don't even have any in the house because I know myself. If it's in the house, it's gone. So that's enough of that. Anyways, have fun doing what you do and collecting what you like to collect. And always, you know, don't discount something because it's, you know, it's got a few flaws. Like, hello, we have, like, I've got a ton of flaws. And, you know, that's what's unique about us, is that we are not perfect. And, you know, that is what makes the world go round, really. Because how boring would it be if we were all just so, you know, wonderful and perfect and the same? So enjoy your different things and all of your personalities and all of your family's personalities, because it'd be pretty boring if we were all the same. So again, very cool score. And every time I see something cool, I'm just like, thank you, Lord. Because God is so good. I tell you, like. God is good. Thank him for everything you can. Be grateful. All the time. Not just in the season. So, have a good one. Until I see you again. Bye-bye.